Now, backwards. Why does this not line up anymore? Do. All right, so I do want to save some people some time. If you're watching this, that was super loud. I was trying to talk and I coughed at the same time. If you're watching this, to save a bunch of messages coming out saying quit talking and play, please guys, fast forward till you start seeing coins drop down. This is a live stream. Live streams are more, it's set up to communicate with people, and I have to wait for people to get on before I can start playing. There's just a lot of variables to it. So if you're still kind enough to stay, like I said, I would appreciate if you could just fast forward until you start seeing coins fall down. So kind of ran into a problem. This has been happening to me lately because, as you all know, I've been dealing with an issue with my computer, my home computer, and I got to get it fixed. So I've been putting videos out on my iPhone, which has been really nice, actually. It's nice to be able to edit in bed, hanging out with my wife. That's super cool. I love it. But the downfall is the editing program that I typically use. I have to use a one called CapCut Bray. Pretty much linked me into it, and essentially, it's an amazing program. But the music that I use that's provided by CapCut pulls out a copyright strike every time I publish it, and I pay for the premium membership, so I can use it. Well, why that affects me and anyone that does it is if you get a copyright claim on your video, then all finances, all money that video makes, then goes to the original content claimer. So you basically put a video out for free, and this keeps happening and happening. And I'm super proud of this video that's getting ready to come out. And when I tried to upload it, it pulled up a copyright claim both on Facebook and YouTube. So instead of going through and there's a process that you have to go through to show that you have permission to do it. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and go back into the editing program and take the background music out. And that's been actually happening to me too in Flying J's with the songs in the background too. So that's what I'm going to do there. A lot of times I'll put music in because I used to be a smoker. I got a belly I need to get rid of, so I breathe kind of heavy, and I try to take out so you're not focusing on me breathing in the game. So we're doing this backwards. This is actually supposed to be the second setup, which is what I recorded, but there was a video that came out before this. But we are all right. Let's just erase everything I did with the premiere video, and let's put in this new setup so you all can make it a little bit easier. Do you remember when I put a video out of that field that was a part 1, 2, and then it can go into part 3? This is very similar to that. Part 1, the buy-in for this goes over to playing it for part 2, which is what you all will be seeing now next, so I can keep everything in order, and then I'll release the other video that was supposed to come out after that. It's all the same buy-in. Now we're on the Price is Right, so as soon as the quarters fall, let me show you. As soon as it goes down in there, they can't be retrieved. They can, but they have to come in and unlock it, pull it out. I have to remove all my stuff, that I have set up here. So it's a pain in the butt. So what we're going to do, the whole point of this live stream right now is to get a cup of quarters put in here. Unfortunately, this is only a cup, which is kind of a pain, but we need to set the base foundation with quarters. Right now, there is no quarters that are inside the field, just chips, and then the quarters that are right here. So what we're going to try to do is to get the quarters to move it up and get in position for then our next video that we will be putting out. It's all technically considered the same buy-in, all technically considered. It's just like a continuation. So that's what we're going to do. That's how kind of scratch my head and figure out how I was going to do this. And I thought that would be the best way so I can continue with the live stream. The live stream was supposed to start at 7. I didn't publish a time, but it's 8 o'clock. You know what? I'm happy with that. All right, so listen, quick rundown of what you're seeing here. Obviously, there is a whole bunch of money on the ground that you see. Then you see the towers. The towers are huge. Unfortunately, the way these cameras are angled right now, I think YouTube's version has a little bit better view of it. Facebook, I'm using the horizontal or the vertical, I'm sorry, and I think it takes away from it. But inside the middle tower, this tower right here is from ground to top full of money. That essentially is where we are going to make our money. You see a lot of hundreds down here, and yes, it looks great, but this is essentially our buy-in. So anything that we get back of this is going to go towards our buy-in. There's only, I think they said, 800 extra that's down below. The rest of it is basically to cover your buy-in. How we're going to make money is to get the towers down. Each tower has different things: gold, silver. I really can't remember which one's which. I can't remember. We'll fictitiously say this one has gold in it, this one has silver, cash, and something else. They're all different. So we want it to come down. The downfall to it, again, once we drop the quarters, we lose it. We don't get them back. So once we go through a certain amount of quarters, that's it. So we are on a quarter limit. That's the difficulty with playing the prices right. All right, now that we got that done, thank you guys so much. Whoa, what up? Joanne, hey Josh, love watching all your videos. I hope the winning streak continues. First time catching you live, not a replay. Joanne, that is absolutely amazing. First off, thank you so much for our $20 super chat. That is like way too much. Way too much. So thank you so much for that. I'm so glad that you got to catch live. This is the first time. Hopefully now that I'm going to be putting these out earlier, that'll give opportunities for the live streams to go back to the way they used to. But that was so kind of you, and thank you so much. All right, guys, so we got people on here. Hey, Mike. Glad you made it. I know Mike had put a comment out, said that he had church service this evening, so he wasn't sure if he was going to make it, but looks like it happened. So, Patrice, thank you so much for the 100 stars. Thank you. That's every week. Oh, man, y'all make me feel bad. Thank you guys so much. All right, let's go ahead and start playing, and we'll go from there. Maybe I'll run my hand up here and give a thumbs up for the people that have been waiting that don't want to hear me talk. All right, so this is all the quarters. So this is supposed to be just basically setting a floor down. So when we come back in for part 2, which will be a regular video, it will be effective. All right, here we go, guys. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. We're not playing for the bonus wheel, but I'll let you know what it lands on. It just went off. All right, I think it's getting ready to start falling off the back shelf into the first shelf now. Landed on 40. I will be putting a video out here soon with using the bonus wheel that's in play. I haven't done it for a while, mainly because it's so much easier to do it when I have two cameras. Oh, it's starting to move. All right, so we're starting to get a little bit of help pushing this up. Two cameras is the way to go instead of grabbing the bottom camera and pulling it up to show you what the bonus wheel lands on. But the only way I can do two cameras is editing the video on my computer. I can do it through CapCut, but it's really hard. All right, so we're starting to get some movement. That is good. We're about halfway done the quarters. There's just not a lot of quarters to start this one off. So I really wanted to play the other field for our live stream tonight. All right, so this was the second week of doing a Wednesday only live stream. So my thoughts, pretty much, it's been amazing for putting content out. It's really given me the extra time to focus on regular videos. But I do feel like there's a very long time frame in between me doing the lives. So I think how I'm going to handle it is Wednesdays are our definite live stream days. I will sprinkle in each week an extra live stream if it's plausible, like a surprise live stream. I think that's going to be the best way to handle it. Also, this week, I'm going to start live streaming on the VIP channel for the VIP members, so that's going to be fun. But I'm doing sort of, oh wow, we're already down to just a few quarters left. There's a lot of things. I'm missing everyone's conversation. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Mark. That's awesome. That is so awesome. I'm glad. I know the time that I was going on really affected a lot of people. So I'm glad that I can come on now and see some of the old crowd that can't make the late nights. All right, so we're actually starting to get money, and this money counts. Whatever comes off, it counts. But again, I guess you probably want to know how much it's costing me. So the money potential, they lost count, but the money potential was over 5,000. To buy in, it was 2,500. So it's a double possibility, but I will say I thought that was kind of expensive for being on the Plinko, just because the Plinko is not really the easiest one to play. And so this one, oh, that was huge. All right. So this one, when I put the premiere thing out today, and I was talking about making our money back, that was the video that I will be releasing in a couple days. Now this is going to be a tight one. All right. Well, you know what? We're down to $1, and it landed on 10. I thought it was going to land on 1,000, and it does look like that it's done its job. And this is my official last quarter, guys. I know this is not the live stream that maybe I'll try to go live this Sunday to make up for this, because this is kind of a bummer. But like I said, due to the copyright issues, I kind of had to do something. So this was the best something that I could think of. And it's a shame because we're not on YouTube, but on Facebook, we're starting to get a pretty decent sized audience. But unfortunately, that was my last quarter. And really, there's no quarters that fell outside of just pushing it forward. But I do think that it has done its job with, yeah, right, Eddie. I tell you though, last I checked, I was negative 7 something, and now I'm still negative like 3,200. So they still got a pretty big margin of losses for me to even break even. Uh, yeah, so they're okay. Trust me. I've been on a pretty big losing streak. They've kind of tightened the rules up to try to make this work, and I've been going pretty negative. All right, so I do want to answer some questions, guys. I am not at a casino. I get that question. Yes, there is casino background music playing. It's a something we started a couple of years ago to poke fun of some other channels that had soundtracks in the background, claiming they were at a casino, and I was just showing how easy that could be done. And now it's literally, I can't record without having it, because it just, I don't know, I feel so weird when I do. But I've been seeing that question come up a lot lately. And also the normal, he's playing in his basement. How, it's usually the biggest. It's trying to insult, saying like he's an adult that has a child, but he's living with his mommy and he's recording these videos from his mom's basement. That's been the ongoing recycling comment. I told you all I'm going to put one more video out showing the inside of here, although I did just release one on Facebook. And I think that one, because there's no context behind it, confused people more than would it answered any questions, because I guess they don't know that I'm playing in the office. And we're like, I'm tired. This is not what I thought. I just want to try to give the explanation one more time. Guys, if there is casinos out there that have these, I am not aware of them. I say it all the time. The last time I seen anything that was remotely close to this in the casino was on a Carnival cruise. And honestly, I was thinking about the time frame. That was still back when you could find machines that you put quarters in. You didn't really go off of the digital. So, because that's been over 20 years ago. Yeah, I'm 42. Now, almost 20 years when I played that one. But I'm not saying that it's not out there. There's a lot of casinos in this world. I just know of none. I know of none. A lot of states, coin pushers are considered, they're illegal. So I'm not playing out of a casino. I'm not saying they're not at a casino. I just don't know of it. If I ever do find a casino that has a coin pusher in it, I promise, even if it's in California, well, I know it's not California because they're illegal, but even wherever it's at, I will make a video and go there. But that's just not how this is. I feel like I got to say repeat and repeat, but these all started as a member only where I live in this state, for them to have slot machines and set up like that kind of gambling. They have to be a member only. It can't be public. So believe me, it's not that hard. Most of them, you don't have to pay any money. You just fill out a paper and they give you a membership card. But where this originally, this is before the Plinko, it wouldn't have fit in there. The members would pitch in money. Everybody would agree, like $50, $100 a piece. 5 people would pitch in. They would agree to a certain amount of quarters. Roll dice, see what order you went in. You played your set amount of quarters, and you hope to win more than what you pitched in. That's how it started, and it's kind of just went wacky. There's no way I could have got people together enough to keep doing that. To asking people to come in and pitch, $100, $200. Just couldn't do it. So we started doing through them. But then it's just weird. I've done everything possible to keep this as real as possible and honest as possible, but it's probably not as glamorous as what people make it out to or think in their mind, and I apologize. I wish I could offer that to you, but unfortunately, guys, we are done that. So part 2, I'm actually going to record now. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be out tomorrow. So part 2 of this will be out tomorrow, which will be me actually playing. It's going to be under the same buy-in. I can do a part 3. I don't know what the buy-in would be, but I can do one more buy-in to try to get the money back. But I'm not going to do anything crazy because the only thing I know for sure is there's double the amount of money. Like I said, 25 buy-in, 5,000 for sure that's in here. There's over that counting the gold and silver, but I just don't know how much that is over that. So I don't want to push it too close. Then I'm doing pretty much a Flying J's video where I'm losing no matter what. I'm playing $20 with the quarters to win a dollar Indian head penny. It's all about putting the video out. Listen, guys, especially on Facebook, I've been getting a huge amount of support, and I am very appreciative of it. I mean, truly appreciative of it. I'm finally back in full ownership of the channel. I'm finally getting paid back to what the channel makes, and I couldn't be any more grateful or thankful for that. YouTube, I want to get that built up, but like I said, I'm just being as honest as I can. My YouTube is still, that's still under the agreement that I had with Facebook, but that one I have another year left. So I focus more on getting Facebook built up, and then once I get both channels back in my full possession, then I will focus on building both of them back up again. So hard lessons learned, guys. I hope you're all having an amazing week. I hope everyone is healthy and happy. Did get some good news. If you're all not into this part, I completely understand if you want to roll out. But my girl's Maxie unfortunately has breast cancer. My female, my oldest female shepherd, and Bella has what they now I know is called happy tail. And basically, when Storm was a small puppy, him and Bella would play a lot, and Storm would grab her tail and kind of yank her, come this way, or he would grab her by the collar. Well, I guess by him doing that, he must have injured the tail, and now the end of her tail it's awful looking. So the Maxie thing was bothering me because I've been through this before with the prior shepherd that I had, and it was awful. She's got a tumor in her one of her breasts, and just didn't turn out good. But I did get good news at the vet's visit, and they think that she can survive the surgery. And I learned a valuable lesson that I didn't know, so I'm going to pass this knowledge off to you all, which you all probably already know this. But if you are not going to breed your female, I don't know how the difference in between a male or female, but I know, especially with the females, you should get them spayed as early as you possibly can, because every year that goes by, it's another 4% chance or so of them getting breast cancer. I have never spayed or neutered any dog that I had. I didn't, out of ignorance, I didn't know that. And because of that, that's probably the reason why my first female, the one I was raised up with when I was a child, got breast cancer. And then that's the reason why Max is dealing with it now. So what we're going to do is have the surgery done and wait until she's healed up and then get her spayed. So, yeah. So just know that. That's something I learned from my vet the hard way. But all right, Mark. Yeah, I'll do that for sure. Not many casinos use pegboard. Yeah, it's funny because the inside of here, I don't want to move. The inside of here, I can't really. Trying to move it. Okay, so this used to be, I don't want to say too much because then the people locally would know exactly where it is. But this used to be a store, let's just say that worked on before they moved in here. This room that they use for their office is where they work on said computers. And so in here, it's the one wall to, like, when you first walk into the left. Wendy's been here, so she knows. She could tell you. Is pegboard, where they would put, like, I guess different supplies or whatever they needed to do that. And then it's regular wall on the back part. And then on the outside, like in their main waiting meeting room, it's just regular. But yeah, that's it's funny because the whole basement conspiracy thing, that pegboard does not help the issue out whatsoever. Again, if you want to see what it looks like, I just put a video out about a month ago on Facebook. I don't know what I named it, but it's showing in here. It's the original video on TikTok. And then I'm going to do another one. Nothing special. It's just, it is what it is. It's in an industrial complex. It was been a whole bunch of different businesses over the years that I'm some I know of, some I didn't know. It was a dog grooming place at one point. But yeah, now it's just an office, and this is where they threw it, so I could still record, and I'm not bothering employees. Aussie Coin Pusher plays in a members only club. Does he really? I thought that. I thought that's what it appeared to me when he was talking. That's what he played in. I haven't got to watch a video of his in a long time. And mainly just because I don't surf YouTube as much as I did. But I love Aussie Coin Pusher. I love Aussie Coin Pusher. We Play You Win. They're just good people. 18 months. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Oh, really? Tim, yes, it actually is my neighbor's shed. So my neighbor Charlie has a shed. It's about 6 by 7. It's one of those older ones, those metal sheds. And I was playing in Grandma's basement. I love Grandma, but Grandma's super mean. Grandma gets mad that I'm 42 years old and I've never had a job. And I told her, I'm just waiting for the right career opportunity to come along. Well, Nana knew the rules. And when I was downstairs in the basement playing, she would always come down and bug me. Oh, Josh, you hungry? Ooh, Josh, did you get a shower this week? Ooh. And finally I had enough of it. And I said, listen here, Nana, I'm a grown man. And I could tell you, I've had enough of this. So I moved the Coin Pusher over to Charlie's shed. And although it's a little tight in here, and I think there's snakes and spiders, I'm my own man now. Oh, geez. Listen, guys, thank you all so much. I appreciate it. This was not the most entertaining live at all. Problems happen, and I try my best to fix it as best as I can. And
This is the best I could come up with. But I'm not going to say for sure, but I'm going to say Sunday, I'm going to try to do another live stream. On the VIP channel, I'll be putting a post up and see what day you all want to do our live together. But outside of that, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm just talking now. So it's, the engagement's not going to be there. But I appreciate you. Nana still loves you. Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. The only thing that bothers me that people say, and I will honestly say this does bother me, when someone brings up Bray, when they talk about that I'm a bad dad and I'm teaching my son how to gamble. That makes me mad. Number one, you know nothing about my parenting. You know nothing. That is literally closing your eyes and throwing a dart into a dark room and hoping it sticks. That couldn't be anywhere. It's just completely wrong. Bray, since he was old enough to have a memory, I owned an arcade, I owned a family center. We used to put pawn machines up in clubs. He's been around this his entire life. Bray thinks of it as a business aspect. I've had plenty of conversations with Bray about gambling. He knows I'm not, I could easily have a problem with it if I would put myself in that situation. But outside of this, I try not to put myself in that situation. That's the only thing that makes me mad. The rest of it, it's funny. I get a kick out of it. But listen, I'm glad you all were able to make it. I don't want to say for sure, but let's just put Sunday in your head for the next live. But this video will be out tomorrow, so I'm excited to put that out for you all. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for being there for me, liking, sharing. I do have an announcement about the sending the stuff off, but I kind of am waiting until they can all get hold of me now and say that everyone received their stuff before I say too much about it. So I do want that to happen for that to get accomplished. But after that's done, then I have an announcement coming up because I've been picking a lot of winners for the Zippo lighters here lately. So I got to do something about getting all that taken care of. All right, guys. Thank you. I'm done talking. This video will be out tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe. And I will talk to you soon. John, that's right. I'm thinking about doing that. Good night, guys. Thank you. All right, YouTube. Sorry, I wanted to end my. I always end Facebook first. All right, so yeah, I need to capitalize. I need to capitalize on doing some funny merchandise once I get everything else fixed. That store that's set up on the YouTube channel now, it's weird. It's just I don't completely understand it. It's convenient. You basically go in there, you design your merch, and you set a price up. They have the bare minimum price, which is kind of expensive, that they charge to print the shirts out, and then people buy through it. They handle everything, the printing, and they ship it out. It's a genius idea, but it was kind of expensive. Wendy has ordered a lot of different shirts, and Wendy has told me just about every one of the shirts that she's ordered has faded in a relatively short period of time. So if you're going to pay for premium shirts and whatever hats, you would expect it lasts longer than a year. So that's the reason why I haven't really pushed the merch thing. But once I find someone that's good at doing it, that can handle it. Like I said, my thing is they have to be able to handle everything. I'll give them bulk of the money, but they have, because shipping is just not my thing. So as soon as I can get that worked out, then I'll start doing that again. But I just want to make sure it's quality stuff. I don't want, if you're all kind enough to spend money on a shirt that has something I put on it, I'd like for it to be able to last. So, hey, Max. That's fine, buddy. What metal detector? So I will say this. I had to sell my metal detector. A lot of the gadgets and stuff that I had, with this past couple years, and everything that's went on for there. Unfortunately, all the spare stuff that I had to sell. Bray still has his, but I'm not exactly. It's not a very expensive one. I will say that, but it works. I just don't. We haven't completely figured it out. I need to spend more time with it. I don't know how to like tell the difference in what I'm looking at. Bray and I, we recorded a video. I just never edited it and put it out. But we went to a Civil War battlefield, and you can't metal detect on the battlefield itself, but there's public parts that are privately owned that you can. And there's a part where the river is. It's got a real long story, and I know that we could have found something, but I just didn't know what to look for. I didn't know how to use the metal detector, so I never put the video out because of that. I even got the stuff to do magnet fishing. Bray and I went and got a real nice magnet fishing setup, but I don't know the best place to try that either. So, but yeah. Best one for the price is Simplex. Really? Okay. Hey, John. No, John. Unfortunately, we're ending. This is the last part of it. I kind of basically, to sum this all up, the video that was supposed to be getting released, both on Facebook and YouTube, came up with a copyright strike because the background song that I used, I do have permission to use it, but I've been battling that every day. Every video release because of this new software, and it's a pain in the butt. I got to put in a dispute. Sometimes it can go 3 or 4 days before they respond to it. In the meantime, all the monetization that video makes is going to a big company that probably doesn't need the money. So I went ahead and just didn't release it, and I'm going to go in and take that song out and republish it. But now, because we started this one, I got to put the part 2 to this one out first, then that one, so things kind of make sense. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here because I do have to record the part 2 to this, and I don't want to keep them up here late. But I will have that out soon. Thank you all so much, and I will talk to you all hopefully Sunday. Bunker branding. Oh, really? I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Tim. Good night, guys.